Good morning, y'all. I got a topic of conversation that's been on my heart uh, for me to talk about. And yesterday, I kind of got a little extra nudge, a confirmation that I did need to go ahead and speak my mind about this particular subject. And what I'm going to be talking about is using AI and listening to people who use AI to so called access the Akashic records. So, let me preface this by saying I am an Aquarius. I love technology. I love the shit out of technology. I don't think I'm 42. I don't think I will ever be one of those like older people who just won't get with the times when it comes to technology because I love technology. I also have my own mind. And I also, at this point in my life, take a lot of time to reflect on uh, experiences that I. And I said experience, and I was rudely interrupted by Siri. So that's on par for the conversation. Um, but yeah, so um, I love technology. That's where I was at. Okay. The reason I find these videos and people using AI to teach a collective of people, a community of people, about the Akashic records is because it requires sentient consciousness to access the Akashic records. People with certain spiritual gifts, people with certain spiritual rank have access to the Akashic records. True. Some of this information may be available online, which I'm sure it is. The reason this is problematic is because some of these videos I've watched and the way it appears to me, from my perspective, is that people are almost definitively saying that the information that's coming from AI and these conversations about the Akashic records is legitimate information. You only know that if you are blessed with discernment, have critical thinking skills, and are in touch with your intuition. When your heart and your mind is in coherence, then certain information that comes to you, you just know. And I know this from experience. You just know that it's the truth. You know what I'm saying? But when you don't know, you have to vet the information. And the biggest problem I see with a lot of this content with AI and spirituality is that people are taking it at its word. And, you know, a lot of people are waking up spiritually at this time. You know what I'm saying? And man, this process ain't no joke. You know what I'm saying? It's no joke. Like spiritual awakening and going through all of these processes ain't no joke. Okay? And you know, we're all on a journey. So I just want to put out information that is telling people to always get in touch with that inner self, that higher aspect of yourself, in order to understand if what you're hearing and experiencing, you know, is something that you need to take to heart or understand as truth. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to put that out there. You know, I think it's wonderful that people are curious and wanting to know more and stepping out of religion and deconstructing all of that. And I know that's like a whole process. But let's be aware, let's be mindful, let's make sure that we are vetting information we receive. Let's make sure that we are taking time to reflect inwardly once we've received certain information, and also understand that this is not information that's coming directly from the Akashic records. This is information that's coming from the World Wide Web, okay? Some of it could be directly from the Akashic records, depending on who that information was published by. Doesn't mean everything there is actual fact. It doesn't mean that it applies to you personally. And the fact that the problem is, again, accessing the Akashic records requires sentient consciousness, okay? So if you think that AI is accessing the Akashic records, then that means that you think that AI can actually channel sentient consciousness. And if it can, that's an even bigger problem. Let me know what y'all think. Is AI able to channel sentient consciousness? What do you think that might mean for us as a human collective? Yeah. Leave your answer in the comments and like the video. Thanks for making it this far if you did.